Yeah, plays 2, 3, and 5. Out of there by 7, 17. And Joe Rose is going at the same time.
I bet he wasn't having no ball.
Just set it for.
You look down, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Each
Yep.
compartment.
Right, but if you disperse it, can you set it for?
My wife went get there, no way now.
No,
Oh, where I am.
She got pissed when I took her up to Boulder.
well, they have 2 old
Here's,
actors.
we got two
Okay, well,
biggest peak right there, it's actually Mike's peak.
Data in
So
ground.
like put 25
It is really nice,
Yeah.
it's great, but
Okay,
again, snow and then ground goes here in July.
Well, maybe- yeah.
And I go in and get a printout. I know how much each tank can hold. So,
You look like he's trying to make it work for you.
You might want to try tying, let's see, request to send.
Yeah.
Request to send clear this land is flow control data.
And my day's gonna be too short, too fast.
I guess my first shot would be tie 1 to 4
Oh,
to
my
6.
pain meds. All right, gentlemen.
Okay, what
Hey, don't
that does
leave,
is it tells the
though.
terminal
Don't
end
leave,
that
though.
I'm alive and I'm operational.
You're gonna get some accidents, earthquake.
Depending on the software and who you're dealing with,
yeah.
some of the cheap and dirty stuff doesn't use flow control, doesn't use anything
No, I
to
don't think this
indicate.
does.
Well,
We're gonna have the 12:30 or so, I'm tired.
if you would scrap
I
1,
went to bed at 6:30.
4, and 6
got up at
together,
Still not enough sleep back.
No,
see,
I'm-
okay, what it is, the data set ready, on your terminal program says data set ready, your data set's ready,
It's like 10, 14.
and you're turning on data carrier detect, so it's seeing carrier detect, so that's when it energizes the thing.
Says
I should
that-
order stuff for.
In the real RS-230 world, 2 world, so,
Yeah,
data
find
terminal
that,
ready
you know,
also
what that
tells
one-
your terminal that it's ready, that's why a
Oh,
lot of
that's
guys
what we're
scrap
at now, if you want to-
DCD, DTR, and
Sell that.
DSR together.
You wanna use our 5, 12, the 230?
Do that on
Or you
the
wanna get the
terminal
RT
side,
telephones?
or the computer side of the cable.
Good stuff.
Yeah, 'cause that's what we've got currently.
Uh-huh.
But you're not running power anyhow, why would you want any more of that?
You might find that
But
the
we're
thing
gonna
will
figure
start
out
talking.
where you're gonna hang it into a tree.
Because you might, the receive side might be receiving you okay,
Branch.
receive data on
And
pin
keep
2,
it secure.
but until these
That's
leads
why.
come up,
Yeah.
it won't transmit.
It's just gonna
So
cram
you
it-
need,
cram it in the buffer and wait.
like, set 468.
nothing.
Yeah, that was.
Or,
Over
yeah,
here,
or,
something.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Well, I mean,
total
that's a
length.
worth a
Yeah.
try.
Put half of that.
I don't know if I have any adapters.
Same.
Yeah, I have serial, I have a box that shows all the serial RS-232 LEDs.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see on the leads are,
The wire.
but it's for DB25, it's for RS-232.
It's funny, yeah, trees.
If I had a couple of those little adapters,
Adapters,
Otherwise,
25.
I could look at it in line, see?
Now, I don't know when we're gonna get to this side of it again, because, you know how it is to work with Robert.
We're gonna, well, hey.
And he's happy now.
Well, we're gonna go load that stuff up at the Red Cross and bring it up to the repeater site today.
What stuff?
The
Dan?
controller. He wants to bring that up and swap it out and try it.
The controller?
Yeah. He wants to put the link controller on the 9.7 to see if he can fix that lag time problem with the external controller. That's this afternoon, right?
4:30. Dan said he's gonna call me when he's ready. He's at his parents' house. Figured about 4:30.
You guys might be there a while.
Give me a holler when you go out there.
Okay.
But I mean, that's what I would do, is I get,
Because I think there's going, we
you
need,
got an oscilloscope.
no,
Because you can put a oscilloscope on and see the logic level of the
Does
lead.
Robert have one?
You know, when the data comes up and goes, it goes high.
Okay, Nelson, I don't want you making any Toretto mistakes.
Oh, it's even got their Bofeng logo on it.
ooh.
Them are $6.
Big Bofeng deal.
Oh, $6?
6 or 7.
Oh,
It
God.
clicks.
What are they sold by Wofung or
I
what?
hope that works
Hell,
with yours.
hell. Oh,
Yours is
that's
you.
what's wrong with,
With Barry?
Barry, no.
Or Don?
Don.
It'd be
That's
nice
fair.
to try it.
We know what's wrong with berries.
Hell, well, mine don't work.
The push to talk switch, yeah. It ain't coming back.
I haven't found it yet. Where's it? There's one on there somewhere, isn't there?
The hell, technology don't work too good, huh?
Well, I don't know how these are gonna be working with the UV11.
They work.
12s, so let's find out. There you go, kid. Don't,
All right, say, you,
abuse it. No, like I said, no Toretto mistakes.
okay, yeah, send me
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Print them or whatever we're gonna do.
Yeah, I got the printer, I'll write something. But
It'd
we'll,
be nice to have them,
yeah, then,
well, if you
actually,
send them to, if you send it to me electronically, then I
then you
can-
got it from
then- Well,
there.
then I can take them off the FCC records and,
Oh, yeah, good.
I mean,
Well,
the
we need,
addresses.
yeah,
I got them all.
that'll be good. Well, they're in the I said too.
You,
Yeah, that's true.
you wanna swing by the house real quick? I'll give you that book for that 718.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'll follow you.
Okay?
Okay.
See you, fellas. I'll call you later, Rick.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Huh?
I finally made it.
You're late.
Oh, I couldn't get
No,
it.
He worked out.
he's on Davis time.
No, he's working out now.
No, I could, this morning I had problems.
He's working out, now you're eating french fries, that's all.
No, I didn't work. I was bouncing off the wall this morning. I couldn't seem to move without hitting everything somehow, so I laid back down and rested for an hour and got up and I felt fine.
Well, you just
that
need a
all it
bigger
takes?
gun, that's all.
The hearing. No, it's
Oh, you're dizzy?
I got an appointment Monday with the doc, yeah, because that's the second one I've had now in 3
Well,
weeks.
The same stuff
how's
that
your blood
Robert's
pressure?
got, right?
Huh? Blood pressure's always the Meniere's. It's throwing the balance off of my ear.
Robert
Same thing.
transferred on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the one ear.
Robert
It's-
fought that for years.
It's starting to aggravate me again, so I made an appointment a while back.
Yeah, I think he's on some stuff getting himself straightened out.
But they're talking about, I don't know if they're gonna put me on
Robert.
something or not, but we'll see.
Dremel tool?
He said I lost, when I went and saw the other doctor, though, he said I'd lost at least 50% of the hearing in my left ear now.
Shooting the gun too much.
No, well, generators.
Listening to the click of the pistols.
Yeah, my own.
Well, if you're looking for
I can't
the
hear
reset
you.
where you can fire, you see, when you're firing a lot of those weapons, you'll fire. If you go and you hear the reset click, you don't have to go all the way out. You can just go to the reset click and fire again. And some of the speed shooters want to do that. Well, I hear all these guys, and I wait till I hear the click. I'm thinking, balloon, balloon, how are you going to hear anything? You know, what the heck? But we've heard it on some videos. You get a shot. You hear it, and of course their microphone is probably a lot better than our ears, but I actually hear the reset click on the trigger mechanisms of that. And see, listen for that. I'm like, you're blowing the hell out of shit. How in the hell are you going to hear this thing? I remember at Da Nang was fired off about 200 rounds of the M60 without ear protection because it's 308. Didn't hear worth a shit after that. I talked to one of my Ben Toohey buddies that was in he's a guy that stopped the sapper team all by himself. He fired 2,050 rounds of 308 machine gun in one burst. And he doesn't hear well at all now.
He shut off his 10 millimeter. I didn't have my ear protection up. Like, yeah. My ears are ringing after one shot.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking you need those Bose noise canceling ones
Yeah,
out there.
something.
No, you need the headphones that
I got
people
both
jackhammers do.
canceling.
I bet they'd work wonderful at the gun
They
range.
work wonderful in an airplane, for sure. My grandson just bought some Dr. Dre wireless, what the hell they call them, Beats?
Yeah.
God, they sound good. Awesome, really. They're, but I think they're about, wireless ones are $300, but
Yeah.
for headphones, but they're good. Dr. Dre's, that's for kids, rock and roll. But it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I've got one of them Bose with noise canceling.
Yeah.
When I fly, I put them on and it totally takes all the airplane noise out, totally.
Just ask him for wine. It does the same thing.
Huh?
Just ask him for wine. It
Yeah.
does the same thing.
No, this thing it really quiets them down. Then if you put use them for music, it really sounds good, you know.
You get the wine of the jet engines out.
Oh, that's all gone. Even a guy talking to you can't hear.
That could be a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
I know. When I got mine for a hunt, and I just went to Walmart and got $100 pair of the earplug things that you put over your ears that
Yeah, that's
supposed to be used for like people that are using jackhammers.
Oh, yeah,
That works really well for shooting.
That's commercial, that's
Yeah.
commercial muffs.
I know, the only ones I have a pair of those Howard Lightning ones that I had to work for the grinders when you
Oh,
were downstairs. I kept them when I retired. The guy said, well, didn't you have to turn them in? I said, well, I asked the supply guy, he didn't want them back. I was the supply guy.
Oh.
I never took anything back when the guys retired.
Oh, Gary's driving, huh? Back driving? Good.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
I just seen a
No, I'm just saying, it's been a while.
blue car of his, I think
Well, he was a couple weeks ago when I saw him.
Oh.
The last time I was here, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he drove.
He said he's going to Philly or Pittsburgh, I think, so.
Don't they do that once or twice a year?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike's probably off on teaching, so.
well, not quite yet, but it'll be coming up quick.
Pretty soon.
See you guys later.
I'll say like,
Hopefully that weather will be getting better back there. I mean, the weather here hasn't been too bad, but
You said the Bofeng tones were a little, like,
So have a little Urchic air mass drop down.
yeah, they're a little,
either that, they almost sounded like it was over deviating
What?
on the tone.
Supposed to have a little Arctic air mass drop down.
And
some more cold air.
We're gonna catch the edge
over
of it,
deviating on the tone.
but like
That's pretty good for
Ontario
Robert.
and
It
Michigan,
doesn't hear that well.
New York, they're gonna catch more brunt of it.
'Cause as soon as I
More
hit that command,
You know, it's possible
those
they
tones
might.
are hot.
Our temps are gonna drop, from the 70s to the
Oh, there it is.
mid-50s.
Thought I dropped an antenna.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
But we got it.
Let's get some rain tonight
DOR
too.
switch, so.
Help that fire
Make it
danger
happy
maybe.
then?
I think
Made
when I
Robert
get home,
happy,
gotta
that's
go
all I
pick
was
up
after,
trash.
making Robert happy.
It's all blowing and then tall weeds
Still not
behind the
letting
house
it
and
play.
up against the house there. Pick it up and bag it up for trash guy.
To make me happy, we gotta talk to it with a computer,
So, you know,
Yeah, well, you can talk to it again.
because that way,
I wanna get my ground rod here pretty soon
so
and get
much
it in the
easier.
ground
What-
and stuff for the radio so I can
to
ground it.
program this thing,
The system
it's
and-
not, in my
I
mind,
went and bought those nice little
it's not
Uh,
difficult.
If you can get into it.
electronic,
Because
things, you know, the
every
lightning arresters.
command that you can.
and now
put
they
in
came out
this-
with the damn
the
ones you can
notebook
put
is
right on your lightning
Pretty
rod.
extensive.
Okay.
So you run them,
Every
you
command
run,
is a
you run your
three-digit
coax
number.
to the box, it's on your lightning rod,
Followed
and then you
by
run it in.
2
But
or
it doesn't
3
touch it, but
parameters.
if it shorts it, then it, you know?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they're the same price as the ones I
Which are
bought. You didn't
also
have to buy that $100-and-some copper plate
Okay, so
and
you
install
run
it on the
25,
wall and
86,
everything.
92.
So if-
Wish I'd known that, I'd have saved all that money.
If you wanted.
Now I'm gonna try and figure if there's some way I can mount mine on that copper rod. That'd be a lot easier than that. Because I gotta take the plate back off and drill holes
Manual is put
in
together
it.
fairly well, and you just flip through there.
And
till
then
you
where
find
they
what you
come
want
through, I
to
gotta
put in. You
counter
type
sinkholes and
0
wait for
to
them to fit
5,
in
and
it.
you look up in the table what you want to do, and it says for COR high, hit 1. 0
And
to
it cost me
5,
extra
1.
money to have the guy do it when
And
he
you
put the
can
siding
do it
on,
with the-
to end it and put a frame around
All
it,
of
put
this
that piece
stuff can
on
be
for
done
him.
with
So by the time I'm
touchpad.
done, I've wasted about $300. But
However,
who knew they didn't have that stuff at the time?
it's, in my mind, really inconvenient to push the push-to-talk button and with that silly bow thumb, the buttons are a lot smaller than my finish.
Well, you need a Q-tip.
Yeah, and I think a Q-tip would be too big.
Oh, yeah.
So, then you gotta hit this button, this button, this button, this button, and unkey.
And it's
I
good-
renewed
good
my
for doing
membership
that.
out at the gun
And-
range. so I'm
and-
good
Yeah,
for
we do
this.
too.
But
That I can get out there?
all of the programming
I
can
wanna
be
try
done that way.
I wanna try that
Yeah,
new
but
rifle,
not
well, the
very-
But if
secondhand,
you're doing, if you've
secondhand
got it
new
hooked
me
up with the
rifle I
serial
bought at the
port,
gun show.
you can say,
I
you
splurged.
can just hit,
Like a down arrow type of thing?
No,
I looked at
no,
all
no,
the
no, no,
AKs
you're
and
on- you're not
everything,
on a menu.
And I
Okay.
thought, you
You're
know,
just
I almost bought
sending
one.
these same
And then
numbers.
I was walking by,
so you just
and
punch
this guy had
0,
a
6, enter.
reproduction brass Gatling gun.
Yeah.
God.
So I had to
We
stop
talked
and
about
look
that
at it,
before.
right?
You could take the laptop.
So I was
up
talking to
wherever
him
you
about
can.
it. He said, I think he said
But if I can't talk
35,000.
to it with
he
the
paid.
laptop,
It's
then
45.70.
okay.
And,
Yeah.
you know, with the 8
Setting the
barrels
clock.
on it and the magazine
to
and
set the
everything, you know.
clock,
Yeah.
you type in the
So I was talking
3-digit
to him,
code for
and I
set
looked on
clock,
his
Right.
stamp for
and then you
sale,
type in the time.
and he had an
Right.
Italian
4
named
digits for the
Uberti,
time.
Yeah.
enter.
Model
You're
1866
done, yeah.
Winchester
It's
Gold.
easy to do. It's-
4440. The
Robert
rifle with the big long
going
octagon
crazy about
barrel.
this thing is so hard
And I was
to
looking
program,
for something
and I've
really
never,
nice
from
that
the
I could
time we
shoot
bought
to
that
replace
thing,
my old Marlin I
I
lost in the
remember when
flood.
we bought
My
it,
Model 94
close to
Marlin.
20 years ago.
And it was an 1866 Winchester with the brass receiver and 4440. Had the 24-inch octagon.
Sitting at a
It looks
club
like
meeting
something
and
you'd see
oh, they
in
were
those old
looking
Tom
through this
Selleck
book, oh,
westerns,
this is
right?
a pain, but we can't
But
program this
4440 is
thing,
a
we're
nice
gonna,
caliber.
I don't know
I mean,
how
for
we're
an
gonna
old
figure
caliber,
out how to
it's,
program this thing,
It's
it's
got
hard to
some knockdown.
program.
So
I looked at
he
it,
took $50 off the price I bought it.
shoot, I do stuff like
I want to go
that
out and shoot it.
without even thinking about it.
Just because you've seen
It tracks
that
nice.
before, yeah.
It's
That's
got
not
that little
that hard
peep
to
sight that
program.
comes up, but I want
Well, you can do it.
If I can, I want to get
Okay.
that nice custom
Well,
one we
if
used
you
to
only
put
gotta
back
put it
on
in
the,
the right
on the
sequence,
tang
and then
behind the
you
receiver.
got the book
It
that
pops
tells you
up
how to
with
do
the
it. The hard part
little,
is getting
you know,
access to it.
Okay.
like the M1 card.
And when we
has that little
first
peep
set it
Yeah.
up,
thing. I want to get one of
Bill
them for it if I
Mahone,
can find one.
at his house,
But I'd have
He had
somebody
the
put it on for
computer,
him,
hooked
because
it
if that
up.
isn't put on right,
hit the
you
button.
can screw everything up.
So,
aren't
so
you?
do you want to clean our Mosin
communicating,
Nagant for
and we
us?
just went
Huh?
through the
No.
Is
list.
that a DOS system?
I still have to clean
Oh,
my
yeah. 20
9130.
years ago.
That's what I meant.
Well,
That's the wires.
I'm not, I
Well,
mean,
it was
not
a-
90, I
it
have a
was a
Model 39 that needs the same
terminal
thing.
program, a
I have the
terminal
Model
program.
39
That's all we're
again.
using.
The,
You don't, you don't want to,
Finish-
you don't want to take off the Cosmoline for us?
Set up all of the,
I haven't done my Model
Parameters
39 yet,
for
it's still got Cosmo.
this transmitter, this receiver.
I tried
this
cleaning
port,
it
that
with
port.
ballastol and some
And
other
once you
stuff,
understand
and
that
I
you
did
have-
get about
You
50%
have
of
four
the cake grease off
repeater
of it.
ports on this controller.
But when the Swedes packed it, they didn't
Repeater
cover,
port one is
at least they
27
didn't cover
machine.
the stock.
Repeater port
like
two
the Russians doing that.
is
You know,
the
that
UHF light.
Cosmoline, there's a little bit on
That's
there.
what ours is covered in.
Yeah.
No, it's
And-
funny, the one I got from,
It was probably slapped with
COR
Cosmoline
may not work.
in the 50s or
one
the
I got-
1930s.
That's why
the one I got was,
It hasn't ever seen the light of day since.
the one I
Both
got
of
was
those
an
radios
Arsenal
need to be the same
reconditioned
COR.
one, but I got it from.
So they can't be different.
Can't-
Well, the gun is
Inter-
the gun is a
Interamco.
model is it's a 9130, but it actually is stamped on there
So
1930 year.
what,
Oh, okay.
For the year group,
My,
we
went through
my
this whole thing.
9130.
Because you know they made them
Yeah.
before
And,
1930, and then they made them all the way up to like
it worked.
well, then they made the
Man.
model 44 when they entered the war.
Right, but they made the
there were-
9130s.
But they made up to like 36 or 37
They
or
made them,
something.
I've seen them 42s.
Okay, until they
They
went to
made
the
them during the
World
war.
So you can
But
program the map.
I have, mine's
That's
a
little bit
model,
more
my model.
But then there's then there's a
What you're
then there's
doing
an
is
ammo
putting in
pouch
a string of
that
numbers,
says on
in
the
a map.
ammo pouch that
Right.
came with it.
Okay.
It says
Like- and then
1954
you
or so.
name the macro.
Yeah, well, they
It's-
used them later, yeah.
2 times.
It was either packed in Cosmoline in the
Okay.
30s or
Great, that makes sense.
Or-
Yeah.
50s, one of the
Is a
two.
macro.
I would say it
That
was
makes sense.
used during the war, and then it probably
And
got
what it does
repacked.
is say,
Yeah.
okay, if you
But
punch
when
in
they came out with the
646,
SKS in 1945,
it connects port 1 to port 2.
So they know how to talk through each other.
And says,
because they came out with the
The message.
SKS
The message,
before
right.
the AK-47,
Okay, right.
obviously.
Mhm.
So
Well,
when they came out
so
with the
then you
SKS,
hear
they
the
probably
other guy hit
started
the other one.
packing them
Okay.
up and storing them away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so all
But
those
they didn't get rid of them, because the Russians
have to
never
be
do.
programmed.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where that's where all them German Mausers came from, them 8 million of them they
Well,
captured
yeah,
from
if you
them.
don't, if you don't
Matter
tell
of
it.
fact,
it
that's where my
doesn't go.
Bulgarian pistol came from.
And I guess
captured
it's
them
not
when I
that
came back to
difficult. It's
Bulgaria.
time-consuming.
The World War II Star
Hardest
that was
part is
issued
getting
to the
into it.
Bulgarian army that I had.
But it wasn't. See,
Was it?
then, when we
Yeah,
put it
they
at,
pack them up and keep for
Oh,
years.
was it-
Like all them Nagat pistols that were out there.
When we
Now,
had the
funny enough,
phone
you
line.
can't find one for $90 anymore, apparently.
at,
There was a ton of them things forever and ever, but I didn't
Oh, we
like
got
it.
to test our
That was at.
75 round drum for the AK.
Well, you meant somewhere else. There was a phone line
I
out
bet
at
that
Radar
would fit
Hill.
on my
it
SKS.
was at,
Light.
It depends on how the bottom is,
Was it
the
at the
stock
hotel?
is cut.
at the
whether it'll put it
hotel
okay.
originally.
And how much of the receiver did
Well,
that.
I think
we
this
had
is
a
the
phone.
Chinese variant one, not the Russian one.
It's
For the auto
well,
bench.
You know, it has to do with
Well,
the depth
I grabbed
of
a
the,
modem,
how far it has to
Talk
go
to
in
it.
there.
Yeah.
and
Which, I mean, on
automatic
mine,
answer
on the
modem.
AK it works,
Okay.
but since mine's a
We
modification.
haven't tried putting it on the AK
I was
yet.
doing this stuff at work.
What I keep thinking
We
about
got
auto
is
answer
that double
modems
drum for my AR.
Well,
Right.
That-
You know,
that double
that
drum.
makes a lot of sense.
Program.
I like it because it's on, it's
I was doing it all the
counterbalanced.
Yeah,
That looked
Well,
like
I
an
put-
interesting
hooked
drum.
that
that
might be something we have to think we'll get.
to the controller through the serial port.
So you'd answer, it would answer the phone, connect to the.
I gotta confess, though, I do love my old
So
revolver, you know,
I
my-
would call
my
the
6-shot
auto hatch
revolvers.
number.
My single ag, my West
would
Coast
answer.
now ones.
You know, I used to like
It would hook me up
revolvers,
to the
but
controller.
ever since I got the
And I could
9
sit there on
mil,
the computer and my
I still
remote
like-
site.
I'm sorry, I like the semi-auto.
What I do,
Ball
what I
old-fashioned,
do like though about a
motor
revolver
program.
is,
Right.
if you're shooting
And
like
program.
a 357 or a 44,
But I like the
Got rid of the
357.
program,
Dad had the
the
357
Homa,
Magnum,
when we voted that we didn't need an
revolver.
revolver anymore.
but
Because it was
His was
costing us
ported
money
in,
to
but-
buy
but-
it again.
well, it was a
There's
Taurus
cell
ported,
phone
yeah.
strip rich.
But
Um,
ever since I went to
We unplugged them all.
17 plus 1
Disappeared.
rounds in the 9 mil, it's like
Disappeared.
you're like 7 rounds.
Robert
and
wouldn't
like,
even
you know,
remember a modem being
you're
working.
out and you're like, what the hell?
I haven't
So
shot my little light, I
sometime
haven't
in
shot
the
my little
movie, this
lightweight yet, I
repeater,
gotta
as
clean
much
it,
as
bring
it's
it out to
bounced
the
around, the
range.
modem got.
That 22
Yeah.
TCM
But
Magnum
that's a moot
22
point anyway, because we don't have a phone line.
with the 55 grain hollow point bullets.
So
But you could
It's
go
a- it's a
into an
neck
established
down
phone line.
So when we
M16
went to hook it
cartridge, I
up-
think, or a 9, maybe it's a 9 mil, but I think it's a
The
9 mil
computer.
cartridge, neck down,
Nowhere
with a
in my book, when I
223, 55
was
grain
usually
hollow point
pretty good at writing notes in my book.
out of it. It's, I think they said 2,800 feet per second.
Because
out
if
of
I
the barrel.
change something I want,
He said, don't fire it at night,
To
it'll
know
go
where
out, it would
it's
get wearing
sitting.
glasses. He
there was
just
nothing
lights
in
the
my
sky
book
up like
that
a
said
fire.
what
Well,
baud
it
rate
does.
it was set.
But he said,
Oh, yeah.
if you want, you know, if they know where you are and you
Oh, I
wanna
tried.
do
I
some
went through
shooting,
the whole thing
he
and
said,
nothing
that's the
worked.
thing to use. And it holds,
So then when we decided we were gonna,
17 or
Robert,
19
this
rounds.
was Robert had pulled the controller out of the box.
but it doesn't
And
kick.
it was just
There's hardly any
standalone.
kick
We were
to
just
it.
trying to talk to it by itself.
But
Well,
yet,
then he hooked everything back up again.
You have a
We turned on the
55,
repeater
55 grain bullet
so we could do it with.
flying out the barrel,
Next
a hollow point,
I set
at 2,800
baud
feet
rate.
per second.
I said,
That's
okay,
a
I
little
will just
faster.
set the baud rate at
Anything else, Casey?
9,600,
Bye-bye.
and that way I will
I'm
know
sorry?
what the baud rate
Anything
is.
else I need to
Um,
clear up? This guy's
So I set the
gone?
baud
Yes.
rate at 9600.
I think so. Everybody else disappeared, but I
Yeah.
What do we do with them?
And the rest of the
know.
parameters are not changeable. So that's the only one you can.
The other thing you'd probably like to try is one of my 38 Supers. I
The
got
other
a nice
thing about-
Taurus
hooked up
model
the computer,
1911
Reset the
and
computer.
38 Super,
There's the
and it fires those nice
Big
big
Mac.